Welcome back. It's your boy Jahan John Snow, and I'm back with some more boxing. I want to welcome all the viewers to the channel. Please subscribe. Y'all not subscribed yet? Tap that subscribe button for me. Turn that notification bell on for the next video. All right, y'all. Now check it out. Now Moses Itauma versus Frank Sanchez could be next at the end of this year, December, I would say, because that's when Moses Itauma was looking to get back into the ring. Now, if y'all was curious on who Moses Itauma gonna fight next after knocking out Dylan White in the first round, and if you on to who Frank Sanchez is, and if you not, well, he was ordered to face F.A. Ajaba in an IBF title eliminator. So here's how Moses Itauma and Frank Sanchez is possibly going to be in the making soon here. Now, if y'all remember the IBF original heavyweight order title eliminator, take y'all, back a little bit, it was Martin Bakole versus F.A. Ajaba. Now, Martin Bakole, F.A. Ajaba happened, that fight happened, it ended in a draw, but when it happened, it wasn't an IBF title eliminator, because when it first was ordered, Martin Bakole, he chose to fight Joseph Parker. Got knocked out by Joseph Parker, stopped by Joseph Parker, and then after that, he came back and fought F.A. Ajaba, but it wasn't a IBF title eliminator fight like it was original ordered. So they said, okay, the IBF said we're gonna order Frank Sanchez versus Filip Hrgović, right? Frank Sanchez, Filip Hrgović didn't happen. Fight was supposed to go to a purse bid, never made it to a purse bid. Filip Hrgović ended up fighting David Allalay, moving on from the Frank Sanchez fight. So they said, okay, after that, we finna order let's order Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Ajaba, right? Let's order that IBF title eliminator. So what happened was it was gonna be a rematch, right? If they was gonna make this IBF title eliminator with Frank Sanchez and F.A. Ajaba, because they already fought, so it was gonna be a rematch. So F.A. Ajaba, Frank Sanchez went to purse bid, right? It went to a purse bid, but let me go on here because I don't want nobody messing up my video. So it went to a purse bid. So what happened was, when this fight went to a purse bid, the rematch, F.A. Ajaba, Frank Sanchez promoter won the purse bid, right? So, and this just happened, y'all, maybe probably this month, or a few weeks ago, or whatever. So after the purse bid, right? F.A. Ajaba chose to pull out the fight. And what I'm hearing is that he didn't like the offer, the money that they was trying to give him to fight Frank Sanchez in a rematch, right? So now this leaves Frank Sanchez without an opponent. And you got Moses Itauma, right, that's looking for an opponent for December. So what the IBF did, they send Moses Itauma an invitation, also Richard Torrez, to both, Moses Itauma and Richard Torrez, an invitation to volunteer and fight Frank Sanchez, y'all, in this IBF title eliminator. So Frank Sanchez could fight Moses Itauma next, or Richard Torrez next, or not, because both of these guys could decline the IBF title eliminator invitation, right? They can decline it, right? Also, I'm hearing that Derek Azora will be maybe ordered to volunteer and fight in this IBF title eliminator against Frank Sanchez, y'all. So I wonder what's going to happen next. I'm hoping Moses Itauma is going to take this fight with Frank Sanchez. It makes sense if he take the fight. If he beat Frank Sanchez, it definitely put him, it put him in, position, mandatory position for the IBF title that Usyk hold. And he probably wouldn't have to fight in another IBF title eliminator. You know, um, maybe this the route to go for Moses Itauma because he is ranked number 1 in the WBO, right? But the interim champion in that WBO is Joseph Parker. So they're not gonna let you jump over Joseph Parker. The WBO ain't finna let you jump over Joseph Parker in order, Usyk to fight you, right? You would have to go through Joseph Parker if you go on that WBO route. The IBF can be different, because he might can fight a couple IBF title eliminator, but he wouldn't have to deal with an interim champion, When nothing stand in his way, if he beat Frank Sanchez in his IBF title eliminator, he'd be the mandatory rank number 1 and just there, waiting on the shot, waiting on the fight to be ordered. The IBF can order Usyk to face Moses Itauma, but the WBO, they can't do it right now. So I wonder how they're gonna work that out, right? Might see Moses Itauma versus Joseph Parker, but right now, it's looking like Moses Itauma versus Frank Sanchez next. Frank Sanchez, he fought February this year, so that was a little while ago. He hasn't been getting a lot of fights and that active, but it don't mean that Moses Itauma finna run through Frank Sanchez, y'all, because Frank Sanchez can box and he can bang, and this is a good matchup. I'm looking at this fight 50-50 fight here, especially if it happened in December. That's a lot of time for Frank Sanchez to train, and he already ready. He already ready and training. He's prepared now. Because he been prepared since they ordered him to face Philip Herkovich. And then after that they ordered the rematch with Efe Ajagba, title eliminator. So let's see what's gonna happen next, y'all. Just wanted to give y'all this news and update, man. If this fight is made, it's gonna be a banger. And I wonder who y'all see winning this fight. I'm gonna check out to the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Brass Knuckle Boxing. I'm gone.